Gary, thing number 4, we're talking about Netflix. Been a while since we've seen this name in the headlines, so that's kind of fun here. We're talking about U.S. audience, their willingness to pay more, international audiences jumping on board, which all leads us to thing number 4. Gary, Netflix, ticker NFLX, smashes earnings while raising prices, sending its stock soaring. Gary, catch us up to speed on what is happening with Netflix.
All right, Rob. Well, first, to get up to speed, we need a little history. Back in 2012, Raji Kabaz and I were running Silver Arrow, and we saw that every big hedge fund on Wall Street owned Viacom and CBS. They owned ABC and Disney, which owned, they owned Disney, which owned ABC and ESPN. And, they were very positive on what used to be called traditional TV, linear TV. And I took a look at this. Raji and I looked at this and we said, wait a minute, this is completely crazy. This model is going to be disrupted and blown up by things like streaming television, Netflix, YouTube, piracy, commercial avoidance. We correctly in 2012 saw the streaming revolution coming, and Netflix was a big part of that. And so, we wrote a 50-page white paper called TV is Next, where we correctly predicted the implosion of the linear television model. Now, Netflix was growing like crazy at the time. They were shifting from their DVD model to their streaming model, which is all that anybody knows right now. And they grew and grew and grew, and people said, oh no, Netflix is going to run out of subscribers in the US. So what did Netflix do? They started getting international subscribers. And then, growth started to stall, and people said, oh no, Netflix isn't going to be able to charge more. That wasn't true either. What Netflix did was they said, hey, we're going to take your existing plan. Now you have commercials. If you want to, to avoid the commercials, you have to pay us more. And then people said, oh no, everybody is sharing their Netflix password. And Netflix said, yeah, we're putting a stop to that. If you want more people on your plan, you have to pay us more. And people said, oh no, there's no growth. And Netflix said, yeah, we're raising prices. And every time they've been able to do it. Well, guess what, Rob? They did it again. They now have over 302 million customers worldwide. Fourth quarter revenue was up 16%. Earnings per share doubled from the year before. It went from 211 to 427. This is enormous. So what did Netflix do? They're increasing pricing again. Standard plan's up by $1.50. The ad-supported plan is up by $1. The premium plan is up another $2 a month, $24 a year. I'm sure there are going to be people saying, oh no, now people are going to cancel their subscriptions. Rob, do you really think 302 million people are going to cancel their subscriptions because they have to pay another $1 a month more?
Yeah, no way. No way. Going to be interesting. And Gary, we've also seen on the YouTube side, YouTube TV with Alphabet and ticker Goog, Goog. Between them and Netflix, Gary, curious which business you might prefer to own. And I'm sure you referenced to kind of what you're talking about with Raji and what you guys saw about 12 years ago with that article, TV is Next.
Well, Rob, first of all, at Alphabet, which is really just Google in disguise. By the way, I still think it's ridiculous that Google changed their name to Alphabet. Facebook is now Meta. Like, this is, you say Alphabet and people still don't know what you're talking about. You say Google. Oh yeah, I know Google, right? So they bought YouTube, I don't remember, something like, a dozen or so years ago, 15 years ago, for like $1 billion. It was some crazy number. It's worth an absolute fortune. And the comparison that I was making is right now, and let me ask you this question. Would you rather own the streaming companies like Netflix or Google's YouTube, or would you rather own, CBS and ABC and ESPN and the traditional cable bundle? What would you want to own today?
Yeah, it's an absolute no-brainer, especially because, and again, my seat, I think different perspective, right? But you think about what you're logged into day-to-day basis, right? Especially when it comes to YouTube TV, and now you're watching YouTube TV, which is your what formerly was cable. right? And the ads that are being served to you are directly correlated with browser information, right? Previous browsing history, etc. So, yeah, the value of the advertising, which has always been linear TV, like you talked about, TV is next, right? Has been the bread and butter. So, yeah, Google and Netflix are sitting in pretty good shape. And I'd take Google over Netflix if I had to actually answer that question.
Yeah, and think about how much things have changed, Rob. Even now, like if you want to watch regular TV, you have to be in front of your television, and yeah, you can use your tablet, but it's a clunky interface. You got to log in, and they've got programming on a schedule. Now, like Deep Knowledge Investing, we're not the only finance channel out here. But people can post content that can be accessed anywhere, and even simple things like, when I'm working in the garage or trying to, work on my lawnmower or my snowblower, stuff like that. Sometimes I come across a problem I don't know how to solve. I sit in the garage. I've got my tablet there. I just go to YouTube and I type in, Toro something or other, lawnmower, carburetor replacement, carburetor repair, videos pop up. I don't even
Yeah.
have to go inside or like access expert. It's just right there. And it's just a great way to learn, I